2, 1. Welcome back to the Piff Company podcast. You know, it's your boy Elijah, the CFO.
Joshua.
So CEO Tay in the building.
You ready?
Episode 3. Let's get it. Happy
Let's
420.
Let's get it, man. It's the 420 episode. You already know. So I hope you guys are having a great. Well, actually, it's the day before 420. Tomorrow will be 420, but this is our 420 episode. So make sure you guys are getting prepared for that. We got a pretty fun show for you guys today. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk a little bit about like the origin stories. We're gonna talk a little bit about some different things in different countries, different events. So
let's get into it.
Let's get into it, man.
I know I was always curious of just like what 420 and you know the connection with weed. Like where did it come from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I never really understood that. So I was kind of excited that now we got to do the research. So I'm gonna talk about really just the origin and how it came about.
Yeah.
So you know, after doing some research, I found out that so pretty much there was a group of 5 students.
It's the story I've always heard.
They went to San Rafael High School, and they would meet at 4:20 p.m.
Okay. Yup.
They would meet by this wall, and pretty much, that's when they would smoke. You know what I mean? That's when they would chill around that time. And so they met by a wall. So their nickname at the time was Waldos.
The Waldos?
Yeah, the Waldos. Literally the Waldos.
Like, where's Waldo? But you're saying because they would meet at a wall to go smoke up.
So people would be like, "Those are the Waldos."
The Waldos.
Or whatever, you know?
The Waldos, like the weirdos, but
They were definitely the outcasts.
The weirdos.
You could tell by how they said it too. Yeah. So their names were. I actually have the specific names right now. So we got Here we go. Yeah. So we got Steve Capper, Dave Reddix, Jeffrey Noel, Larry Schwartz, and Mark Gravich.
Yeah.
So those were the 5 students.
Yeah.
So they would pretty much use like 420 as the code for marijuana.
That's crazy. I honestly, like I said, I always knew like about this story. Like, you know what I mean? I've always heard about like, there's these guys, they would meet up after college, whatever, and smoke. But then to see like there's these names, like who are these people?
Crazy.
These are the pioneers. Like
Literally.
these are like legit the people who was like, you know what, 420 is gonna be that time that we're gonna get.
It's a national holiday,
and now it's a national.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a national holiday, but
it's connected with weed.
It's a national.
It's
holiday.
connected with it. Like you see 420, and people know what that means. You know
exactly. That's crazy to have that much of an impact just by being a Waldo.
Yeah. Well, no. So they actually led on to like basically. So one of the brothers, so Dave Reddix, his brother basically got him this job at this. It was like a traveling band at the time. They were named Grateful Dead.
A traveling band at the time. Grateful Dead is huge.
Grateful Dead.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're stoners.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel that. I don't know too much about the Grateful Dead, but yeah, but they're huge. They're huge.
So Grateful Dead, and that makes sense for them being huge because that's why they started using 420. The term 420. And so that's how it got started getting nationally known.
Okay.
So that definitely makes sense that they were on a big scale.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. So the dude worked with the Grateful Dead, basically.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
so
that
definitely makes sense.
He worked
too.
with like one of the bassists as a roadie. You know what I mean? And so basically that they had a concert, and it was on April 20th at 4:20. They basically said people to bring their weed. Come at 4:20 at this concert, and that was on the flyer. That was the 4:20 was the big, song. So that's how it really just bloomed after that. That was in 1991. So it just continued to reference the number worldwide. That's a code for 420.
Shit.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to know. I've used that term multiple times. I don't know how many 420s I've been through, and I didn't know that. So that's.
There's something new every day.
You know what I mean?
For real. That's crazy. I definitely did not know that. But again, that does make crazy sense though. Because so the Grateful Dead, like I said, I don't know too much about their music, right? But they are like a hippie stoner band, and like their concerts bring out, their huge cult following, of just stoners and everything alike. So it makes a lot of sense that if he was working with them and introduced that 420 throughout that. Yeah, stoners were like, we're on that 420, we're claiming it. So that's crazy. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I know. I mean, even 420, like I just mentioned, I've been through some, multiple 420s myself. So I think it'd be a perfect time when, we start talking about our personal story.
Shit.
And,
all right, so start us off. What you got?
Like I said, there've been multiple. One I really did like is I went with my friends one time to Boston Common because, it was known that besides Hempfest that people on 420 like to go out there and just really just have their circles and a bunch of groups all over the Common and everybody just smoking. So I remember that being one of my first experience before Hempfest. And I just found it crazy. Like when it came to that 420 time, there was just so many people. It's all like a cloud of just smoke. Just, you know what I mean?
You walk in the
I'm
air.
in a circle just like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like so many different people, different cultures. Yeah. All just, there's no hate. There was no fighting. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was a crazy experience. And that was 420. So you already know we had our, our ones lined up. So it was one of those days. For sure.
Yeah, I feel you. I had I think this was 2 years ago. So yeah, this was like 2 years ago. I also had my first 420 at Boston Common. Okay. And a couple of my homies, a couple of my boys from New York, they came and came to visit me or whatever. And same thing. The night before, we literally, actually it was crazy. The night before, we rolled up a cross joint and just smoked that like the night before, just to get ready for what's about to happen. Bless the next day, you know what I'm saying? Roll a cross joint to bless the next day, I guess, right? And then we rolled up like our own individual. I had my own ounce. They had their own like 2 ounces. It was like 3 ounces between 3 people, bro. It's crazy. And we just rolled up like 14 joints, like each, hold up, yeah, each, bro. And we had them, and I had a thermos, like a mug, a coffee mug, and just put all the joints in there, and just walked to Boston Common, and just kept on lighting up things back to back to back. We were sitting on like the little monument thing, and we were just like back to back. And mad people just start coming up. There was this one dude shooting like a music video out there. Yeah, it was crazy. This one homeless guy came up to me. I was like, yeah. Me and my homie gave him a free joint. Like we was like, yeah, all right, just take the joint, bro. At that point, we were like 8 joints deep.
That's what I was gonna say. Did you guys finish all the? You said 14 each. I mean, I'm doing the 3. That's a good amount.
Oh, the fell asleep.
I think, bro. Oh, yo, let me tell you, man. Like I was literally like, asleep but awake, like. So while smoking, bro, like literally, like I was like smoking, but I was like asleep, but like asleep, and like still awake because it was so much.
Nah, it's definitely a 420.
It was crazy, but nah, I don't know if we finished them all at that. We definitely didn't finish them all at that sitting, but like we got through most of it, and then later on throughout the night, we went through it. So. What about you? Any crazy? I mean, I got a couple other crazy stories. We got a bunch. We're going to go through a bunch of them.
My first 420, I was here at the house, and my brother and my sister just baked mad stuff. So I spent my 420 eating edibles.
Whoa.
I was gone. 7 o'clock sleeping. Like a baby.
Whoa. Wait, run that back. So on 420.
On 420. This was around when I first started smoking. My brother and my sister had already been smoking, so they decided to make some edibles. Talking about Rice Krispies, cookies, brownies.
All different type of assortment. Oh, yeah. My God.
I'm telling you, I went to sleep with the quickness. I didn't
even Oh, my gosh. I'm telling you that. Whoa. And how many did you eat?
I had like 2 brownies, 3 cookies, a whole square of Rice Krispie treats. I had to stop eating it at one point. I was like, yo.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't learned through the other 2 episodes, you know edibles is a little dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta give it time.
Oh,
there's a perfect example right there.
That is crazy for real. I commend you. I on 420, I did have like there's this one 420 where I was in college and just me and my boys, a couple of my fraternity brothers, and like just some other friends and that we were linking up with. we had made pot brownies. We also had tinctures. We made our own tinctures out of the magic butter machine. Okay. And you put like the Everclear and you put your marijuana in there and it makes like a tincture for you, right? So we had that, and I was calling it the green lean. I was calling it the green lean, bro, because I put that in like my iced tea. I was putting it in my iced tea. Yeah. Literally, bro.
I never had a taste.
Bro, that thing is lethal. Cause literally, it's lethal. No joke, bro. Literally, like you can have like a cup, right? I had like a regular cup, and you only pour you don't pour a lot in it. You know what I'm saying? You don't pour a lot, but the tincture that we had, I put like half of it into the one cup. That's crazy. And that's crazy. And literally, like halfway through drinking it, not even like a quarter way through drinking it, I was smacked. Halfway through drinking it, gone. Quarter way, and then a quarter way through drinking it, someone dumped their blunt guts into it. What? Yeah, that got me tight. But luckily, I had another half. Yeah, but we did that. We had the edible that day. I had the edible that day. Tincture that day. Probably smoked like 14, 20 grams, however many joints, bongs and shit. Bro, that was a crazy one. Then we went to the fraternity house and we like just sat down at the table and just going in circles, cipher. So
I feel like one thing I do gotta say though, I feel like over the years, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I feel like 420, like besides the first experience, the first couple years, I feel like it just kind of, I don't know, it wasn't always like celebrated. You know what I'm saying? Being that if you're an occasional smoker, if you're more frequent, I feel like.
Wait, explain what you mean. So
you never felt that way? Like at a certain age, like there was times I was like 420. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? We smoke often.
I get you.
You know what I mean? Like I just feel like, and don't get me wrong, hey, this is what we do. 420 is a perfect. It's a holiday for it. But I'm just saying it did get times. There were certain years it wasn't as celebrated as when you first your first few. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it stops being special when it's an everyday thing.
See, that's the thing. For me, it's like I find a way to make it special. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I always try to find a way to make 420 special than every other just smoking day. I try to at least call the homies, hang out with the homies, burn more than what we usually would burn.
Yeah, but now we're talking about money.
Okay. Money. ThePiffCompany.com. Go support us so that way we can donate to our 420 fund.
It gets expensive when you're older. It's not just asking your mom for $20 so you can get a dub.
Yeah, before you got responsibilities.
You gotta get your own $20.
Yeah, man. Responsibilities, those things kick in. You're not lying. But nah, I feel that though. I think there might have been maybe one time or something where I was like, or like people were busy or things, or it was like a random day.
Yeah, no, I do remember just certain days, like it just got like certain 420s or like that. But I think now, I'm curious too in terms of what's gonna happen with this year with COVID and 420.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no idea.
Going out to the common, I wonder because that's something that happened every year. The common 420 and Hempfest. So I'm curious. You guys know anything about that?
No, I do not. I don't. I looked up some information, and the only things that I was seeing like from the past, like they haven't really updated anything currently. And what I did see though is like a lot of. So what they did was have online kind of like virtual sessions. At least they did it last year for Hempfest, but for this year, I'm not too sure. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if they're going to like.
They're probably just going to have some officers over there making sure everybody's following regulations and stuff, 6 feet apart, not to a group, everybody got a mask. Because, it's not like they can stop people from going outside at this point. They got whole malls full of people, restaurants and shit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is everything. Things are kind of opening up slowly. You know, things are opening up slowly. So
what you just said is true. The mall, like, it's crazy. Like the mall, just in general. I went quickly the other day, just in and out, and I did notice, like, you know, on the other side there's a lot of people, like, you know, so things are opening up. You know, so
yeah.
I would say, you know, on a date like 420, definitely, I don't think they would shut it down. I think it'd be more of like, you know, things like Hempfest, for example. We don't know what's going on this year. That I would doubt if that happened. But again, you know, see.
I mean, that's a while from now, you know. So that is a while from now. It might, as things are opening up, they might get a little bit more lenient with it. But that is a big, like, and it's outdoors too. So, you know what I mean? Like, things like Hempfest, like being outdoors, it might be, you know, they might still do some of those certain events. Again, being that it's outdoors, being that, the country is kind of opening up slowly, you know what I mean? So maybe they will have a couple of, you know, places, or they'll, like you said, I think more so what you're saying is what's going to happen. Like they'll kind of like restrict, or they'll have like police there, which I'm sure they usually do anyway.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they usually have police officers at these events, but they'll more than likely have like police there to kind of just monitor, see if people are like social distancing. Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of, I feel like if they monitor and social distancing, they're gonna monitor you into that. No, it's legal. What am I talking about? Well, not in public places though. That's the only thing. We got to continue to fight these laws to make smoking hemp and marijuana just as legal as smoking a cigarette. Doesn't make any sense. But,
True.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I don't know anything in terms of that. In terms of like, in terms of how they're going to do it this year, it's kind of still up in the air. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think there are some. Like I said, there's last year they did a virtual session for Hempfest that's in Boston, but
really?
Yeah, they did a virtual session.
How did that work?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I what did I do for? No, that's Hempfest. That's like September. So I don't know how they're gonna do that one. But I didn't check that one out, to be honest.
Probably had to go through like 100 different channels. And be like, hey, what you selling?
Oh yeah.
Go out, enter a different channel. Hey, what you selling?
Yeah.
Oh, kind of like maybe that expo that we were.
You're literally in my brain, bro. I was literally about to say, like, the expo that we had a couple weeks ago was an online sellers expo, and the technology that they had, the platform they used, I'm not sure what it was called, but the platform that they use is like you can have multiple people can, you know, go into this, you know, group chat, video chat, right? A bunch of people up to like maybe 50 or 100 or something like that. But how it works is that your face is a circle. Like your face is its own like icon. And then you can drag your face to these different boxes, or these different rooms is what they call them, right? But they're different boxes on the screen. Mm-hmm. And like when you drag it into that particular box, you can only hear the people that's in that box. So it's kind of like FaceTime group, what's the Clubhouse type of thing? It's kind of like that, but it's like, yeah, you know, you drag your face into the box, you can talk into it. So they probably could do it something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
I like how that works.
Because, like you said, there's vendors and stuff, right?
Yeah,
usually a Hempfest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good, and I feel like in terms of like that expo that we were a part of, it kind of just shows you, like, you know, different ways companies and platforms, they can use platforms to, you know, interact with days like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know that's one of the topics we're about to get into is, like, you know, how cannabis companies basically, you know, how do they celebrate 420? How do they use this day to market themselves? You know, what do they market towards that? So I know Elijah wanted to talk about that today a bit.
Well, I mean, a little bit about that. I know there's a couple different things that's going on in that realm of, you know, the industry, or not even industry, just regular companies. I know we kind of looked into it a little bit, but one thing that I did see that's specific to the industry was like the raw papers, raw rolling papers. They're doing like a world competition, like the world's best rolling competition. And so like online, Josh Kesselman, he's like on his Instagram and like calling for people to roll up these crazy contraptions. And wait, speaking of roll up, I feel like we're gonna have to do some rolling up soon. But anyways, they rolling up crazy contraptions like dragons, Pokemon. I've seen some crazy. Like it's not just like the biggest thing you can roll. It's not the most perfect thing you can roll. It's not about like just that.
About the, basically
the art of it.
I've seen some wild ones.
So the doobie guard might have to retire, huh?
Whoa! That's a little blasphemous. No. See, when it comes to being the doobie god, you gotta understand. When it comes to being the doobie god, I'm talking specifically about rolling doobies to perfection. Every single time they smoke perfect. What?
But a doobie
now listen.
should be able to roll a dragon and smoke it perfection.
We're gonna.
Wow. That's why we got competition coming, right?
Oh, so we're gonna have to. Should I enter the competition?
Hey, leave your comments below. Should Elijah enter?
Hey man, I got a day. I got 1 day to enter. I mean, it is all day event from 4:20 a.m. until 4:20 p.m. Well, not all day, 12 hours. Or I don't know exactly how it's going down, but they doing something like that, where they're kind of rolling, where they're doing like starting at 4:20 in the morning, and then 4:20 in the afternoon. They're doing like some type of events. I loosely saw it, but yeah. So I don't know if they're going to be streaming throughout the whole time, or if he's going to start like. Oh, that's what he said. I think he said like he's going to spark this 3-foot long joint for 4:20 a.m. and then like do like a Q&A, like questions and answers and stuff, and then the same thing at 4:20 p.m. But I think that's where they're going to do like actual like judging. I don't know.
Better start practicing.
I guess I'm gonna have to start practicing. So I guess let's just take a break right here real quick. So I can practice up, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to take a break and we'll see what I can do.
We'll be right back with you guys.
All right.
Happy 420. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Just want to take you on a commercial break. Let you know, come check us out at thepiffcompany.com. There you're going to find our merchandise, the OG Piff collection. And you'll also find us, the information and the supporting articles we talk about in this podcast. So remember, go check out the lifestyle page, and at the end where it says supporting articles, that's where you're going to see all our links. So I'm going to get finished rolling here. I hope you are too. Going back to you live. Let's get it. Oh, it's 420, bro. I should say happy 420. Happy 420. Going back to you live. The Piff Company Podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast. I think we left off on the tournament, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Talking about these companies and how they like celebrate 420.
I feel that. Okay, 1 second. Let me get my 420.
Being back from the break too, you already know this is the smoke break, and make sure you guys get your Piff ready. It's 420. It's the 420 episode, so we got to spark up.
But yeah, the non-marijuana companies are just doing something different. Instead of actively participating in the 420, they hit the social media to promote themselves and kind of promote 420 at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I got this from and you can get this from the link at the end of the show. But I went to this newspaper website, and they did an article, and they were talking about how companies like Burger King and McDonald's would go on Twitter and just tweet like, here's an example, like, oh, it's a special day out there. Don't forget to get some food. 10 chicken nuggets for $1.49 at your local Burger King.
Yeah, they're trying to promote the munchies. They know people 420. They're gonna be hungry.
Right. They know what the hell. Taco Bell. I feel like Taco Bell be low key marketing to stoners all the time, though. I think I saw like I don't know if this was a TV show, Deep Disjointed, or if this was a real Taco Bell commercial, but they had like the people like looking at the menu like and then they were like, yeah, we understand.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta look at the menu items like cheesy chalupa. That's a stoner's dream right there. Like, perfect. I'll take 3 of those.
That's crazy.
But in 2016, it was some 60% of Americans approved of marijuana. So these companies, instead of looking at it as a loss, they just took to social media to try to promote themselves to people smoking on 420. You know, trying to get a profit out of it without directly saying, "Hey, marijuana is good for you."
No, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get in on it somehow, right? So I figured there would definitely be companies out there that's working to, you know, market to the stoner, especially if their brand is like
not even restaurants like Nike. If you go on their website, they won't have anything specific on 420, but they'll have a 420 drop for shoes. You feel me? They'll be like the colorway,
the floral pattern or something like that.
The colorway.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's huge. It's huge to talk about. Because it's just like you got companies over here marketing, and you can only imagine, you know, as it continues to be legalized, like across the country, it's going to even be more of that, you know, industrial marketing. You know what I'm saying, on the other end. So it's wild to think about.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, you know, we'll be there one day.
Yes, sir. For sure.
Marketing ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing it right now, right? But and then I'm also wondering, like, so because if that's how like companies do it, you know, like I wonder like what other countries do, like how they celebrate 420, and so I was just like looking into like what other like celebrations are there like in the world, because I figure, you know, everyone smokes weed. But do they celebrate it the same way? Like, is it as big in like the other countries, right? And so, like, I was looking up, and like, for example, obviously, we know Amsterdam is like one of the homes of marijuana. Like, we know that, right? But I was like looking, and then they have like you know, first off, they have the Amsterdam Cup, which is, you know, where they like the high times cups and stuff like that, where they like rate you on your marijuana strain. Like if you're it's basically like the Grammys for growers and like dispensary owners, but mostly the grower, because it's their product. So they have the Amsterdam Elite Festival Cup or whatever. And it starts on the 18th, and then it goes up until 420, or a couple of days after. And they have like live music, food, you know what I mean? And they give out free prizes and stuff like that. And so it's kind of crazy. Like I saw a couple other things, like in London, they have a 420 rally.
What do they do up there?
So I guess they just go and they kind of like, because it's like not legal. In the country, they kind of do like protests. It's kind of more of like a peaceful sign of protest.
Okay.
So like they go to Hyde Park, and I guess that's someplace in London, and then they go out there and they protest, like with just having the big smoke session. Yeah,
I got some family out there, so I'm gonna have to ask my cousins about that.
Yeah, so that'd be crazy.
Good perspective on it.
Mm-hmm. See, or what they do, like, you know what I mean, like this. We had definitely the perspective, but even like what they do out there, like what kind of like celebrations do they have? You know, it's kind of crazy. And then I saw a couple other. But now this one was kind of wild to me. In Sydney, Australia, apparently they have this festival going on. It's called, or it's not a festival. It's a picnic. It's called the Free Cannabis Community 420 Picnic. Anything with the words free and cannabis, I'm down for it.
But it's Australia. It's dangerous out there.
Don't go out to the outback, Mike.
Australia, yeah.
I mean, I know there's danger. Anyway,
They got spiders the size of your head.
Oh, okay, you talking wild.
Right. Don't go to the outback, Mike.
They got snakes in the toilets. It's crazy out there, right? Nah, I'm serious. Like, you gotta check your toilet before you take a dump, because there might be a snake in there. And you're not allowed to kill the snakes either. You have to call the animal control so they grab it and toss it like 200 yards away from the house.
They better hope reaction time. I'm hitting it or something. I'm throwing something.
You get hit with like a 25,000 fine. You get hit with a hefty fine.
I'm bringing that to court.
I warned him. He came back twice. He's dead.
Listen, man. Look. As long as ain't no snakes in my toilet, I'll be good. That's wild.
Hey, you never know, man. And then they got kangaroos. They'll just walk up on you, kick you in the chest.
I've seen some wild kangaroos. Yo, they look like they got the skills,
bro.
The box.
I've
seen some crazy videos.
I've seen some. No, I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Bro. Some of the kangaroo dudes. The kangaroos just be mad brawling.
Bro, I seen one. This dude just punched a kangaroo. I swear. Y'all seen that video?
Yeah,
with the dog because it had his dog.
It was attacking his dog. He just walks up like, the kangaroo just looks at him and just like, I don't want no beef.
Oh, word! Oh, nah, that's wild. I didn't see that. Nah, I thought that was a one of those videos where it's like he knew he messed up at this point, because if you hitting a kangaroo, all they gotta do is lean on their tail, and then just kick you pop, and that'll knock you out. I ain't messing with no kangaroo.
You guys want to have a pet if it was legal?
A pet kangaroo?
Yeah. Hold them.
No.
You go to like 5 feet tall. It's a whole nother person.
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
That's down in there in the fridge. Like,
you got money for rent this month, bro? Like, what?
Nah, you got rent for real though. Nah, I don't want no pet kangaroo. I do like a pet. I do a pet lion or tiger before.
You said no pet kangaroo, but you do a pet lion.
Yeah. It's just better. I feel like it's just
better.
It's just better.
I mean,
one can kill you quickly, the other one will beat you to death.
Nah, if you raise it from a pup, it's not gonna. You know what I mean? As a cub or whatever, it's not gonna. Oh, man, come on now.
You ever raise the dog?
No.
Raise the dog first, man.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Go get a lion.
Baby steps. Then get a lion. Nah, I'm gonna get a cheetah.
Cheetahs?
Nah, I get it. Yeah, one of them. One of them type. One of them type.
You let him off that leash, he's going. God. He's already in Boston.
He'll come back though. That's my boy.
You hold on when he comes back.
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about that. But okay, wait. Where'd this come from? Australia. Australia, but about that, yeah, they give out free food in Australia. They give out free food, free cannabis, and joint rolling competitions. So might be able to pick up a kangaroo while we're down there and win the joint rolling competition. Who knows? Let's see what else around the world they got going on. I saw in Toronto. You guys ever been out to Toronto?
No, sir.
No. Oh man, I went there a couple years back. But this was around like New Year's time, so which is the worst time. The worst time to go to Toronto. New Year's, it's freezing up there. That is freezing. That's not the right time to go. Not at all. But they got the dispensary out there. A bunch of dispensaries out there. But the one that we went to was cool because it was my girl's birthday, and you get they gave a free gram if it was on your birthday. So luckily it was her birthday. So
I would have gone back 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, it's my birthday.
Nah, they not jacking that. They not
shave my beard. Hey, it's my birthday.
Nah, they not jacking that. But the reason why I bring up Toronto is because they also got a 420 fest as well. A couple. If you guys don't know who Mark Emery is, definitely look him up. He's the Prince of Pop. You know, he's been. Just look him up. He's one of the legends. But apparently, like he was there. Like he would do like different speeches there at their festival. So that's pretty huge. I mean, he's from Vancouver, so obviously he's going to show the whole Canada love. But you know what I mean? It's like that's pretty dope, being that he will come there and just kind of talk to the people and stuff like that. So. They have a bunch of vendors and things like that. So it's a whole big festival, like all around the world, where everyone's just lighting up and blazing. Imagine 420, the whole world is like up in smoke, literally.
Yeah, that's the thing about the thing about cannabis, thing about weed is just it's universal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy. Especially when I went to what I was talking about earlier, I saw so many different faces, different backgrounds, and cultures. So it's cool to see that, different places they celebrate different ways.
Yeah. So I think this is probably a good time to, since we are all baked at this point, I think this is probably the perfect time to get into the actual smoke break and get into our games and play a little game of Would You Rather. Yes, sir. So, you want to start us off?
All right. I'm going to start it out. So, first one of the day. Would you rather smoke a blunt with Wiz or Snoop?
Me personally, Snoop. Wiz doesn't smoke. My type of papers.
So right, exactly. I said that question is a trick question because Wiz doesn't smoke blunts, but I get what you're asking me. I'm gonna say this though, I gotta go smoke one. I gotta go smoke a joint with my man Wiz. Okay, that's the homie. As much as I love Snoop, Wiz is my Snoop is the OG. Don't get me wrong. I would love to smoke a blunt with Snoop. I would love to, but Wiz, if I had to choose one or the other, I'll go smoke. Because you know me, I smoke my joints, you know what I'm saying? And Wiz is like what I grew up on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up on some Snoop too, but like, Wiz is like, that's the homie. That's your
go-to?
Yeah.
If I were to choose, I would say I would want to smoke with Wiz. But if this was...
no buts.
No, listen. For this question, yes, Wiz. But if this was like who you want to spend the day with, I would say Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Snoop...
That's a hard one.
I feel like Snoop would just be having me rolling all day. Like, in terms of laughing wise, like, he just seems mad funny. You know what I'm saying?
He's a real one. He's definitely a real one.
I would definitely want to spend the day with him. If that makes sense.
Yeah, he's definitely a real one for sure. He is definitely a funny guy too. Ain't gonna have you... You know what I mean? I be thinking like every time he's in his like interviews and stuff, I'll be like, yo, that man is hilarious. He'll say some like regular I'm like, yo, I always want to say to him like, yo, you a regular one, huh? But that's how he funny to me. Would I want to spend the day with one?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up. What do you have to
spend the day? Still Snoop.
Damn, I don't know. I think spend the day. I might
have a good time with Snoop. Snoop knows everybody.
Oh, exactly. That's crazy. Dang, spend the day with.
It's cool. Mark can still it.
And for that, I'm gonna spend the day with Wiz.
Shit.
It's like I don't know. That's a hard one. I spend the day with. I would spend the day with Wiz. Yeah. I'll keep the same. Go to the studio or something. Who knows? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Spit a couple bars. You know what I'm saying? But all right, let's go to this next one. So, all right, would you guys rather go a month without smoking, or be forced to eat 500 milligrams edible every day for 2 weeks? So that's go a month without smoking, or for 2 weeks, 14 days, you have to eat 500 milligrams of an edible. And
I'm gonna answer this first.
We've talked about the edibles on this.
I'm gonna go a month without smoking. Yeah. I'll be a zombie for 2 weeks.
Wait, Wait. You said you go a month without smoking? You said?
Yeah, I go a month without smoking. 500 milligrams? That's a lot.
In a day?
In a day, that's a lot.
I think
100
I would
is...
take the 500 milligrams every day.
Ooh.
And then because of that, I would have to take a month off. So either way, I'm picking both options. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to sleep for 2 weeks straight and be normal. You feel me? Because I'm going to be doing nothing but sleeping. 500 milligrams?
Nah, that's a lot.
Add another 5, you're trying to take out a horse.
Gee. Okay. So, okay, let's see. A month without smoking or forced to 500 milligrams for 2 weeks? I'm going to 500 milligrams 2 weeks. I'm going for it. Nah, 500.
Shit, we
that's you eat it. You eat it in the. You eat it in the.
I don't think you understand how much 500 is. 100, you're already.
I know.
You're already really slumped for the day.
I know. Slumped for the. I know. Believe me, I know. Believe me, I know. I made some. Believe me, I know.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah, you just won't see this for 2 weeks. You'll be slumped.
I'm gonna get a coma.
Wake up for a quick 30 minutes to eat our daily edible, get some snacks, use the bathroom.
That's gonna be wild. That would definitely. You're not wrong, man. The 500. You're not wrong. That is. I don't know. All right, what's the next one?
All right. So, would you rather be forced to smoke indica for the rest of your life or sativa?
You can't do a hybrid, huh?
That is a tough one.
Damn. I think okay. Either a sativa or indica for the rest of my life.
If you had to choose,
I think I'm gonna have to go to sativa. I'm gonna go to sativa, yeah, because my favorite strain of all time is sour diesel. Not New York sour D, not that Dower that your homie got from down the street. Not I got that sour pack, not that NY diesel. No, I'm not talking about that Dower, none of that. I'm talking about actual sour diesel. Like that is my favorite, and that's the perfect sativa that gets you beyond smacked and also focused. So I'll probably go sativa the rest of my life.
Me, I'll probably go with sativa, yeah.
Sativa?
Yeah.
Yep. First I have to say it. Yeah. Because my thing is, like, if I had to choose, like, to me it comes down to sativa indica. Like, sativa would be the daytime, you know, and nighttime would be the indica. So it's like, personally, if I had to choose, it would be the indica, and I don't smoke at night. That's fine with me. I feel that. You know what I mean? So, that's my thought process.
Yeah, okay.
Does that change your perspective?
Nah. Nah, even if it's because I get like if I'm smoking at night, yeah, that's cool. But like
when you guys smoke the most,
I mean, yeah, like at night at the most, you know, depending on the day. But you know,
all right. You want that next one, John?
Would you rather never have cotton mouth again or never cough again? Me personally, I'd rather never cough again. It's annoying. If you cough good, you'll be coughing for 5 minutes. You'll be chilling for 5 minutes thinking you're good, out of nowhere.
I'm gonna have to say cotton mouth.
Cotton mouth?
I got cotton mouth right now.
I'm gonna go with the cotton mouth because I think you cough, you get higher for real. Like you don't smoke, you're not smoking if you're not choking. Pause. But you know what I'm saying? That's just part of the rules. Like you know what I'm saying? That's just part of it. I'd rather not get cotton mouth. That is not cool.
No, that's where you just gotta always be prepared. Always have water. Stoner 101.
Right.
Gotta have a munchie in the water.
Going out of my water.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about the munchie part, but I definitely got the water. 101, like you said, that is definitely essential. This is the time for me to say, guys, if you did not hydrate, this is my friendly reminder to tell you to go hydrate. Go get you some water, guys. For real. Then what is the last question of the day? Or what's the last one?
Would you rather celebrate 420 in Cali or Las Vegas? I think Cali, because that's where all the stoners are. Las Vegas is more for like
they got
gambling and
right. You got a whole bunch of activities that you can do.
Las Vegas has it's actually big on like they have a lot of dispensaries.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's legal
right in the strip too.
So
right on the strip. It's really dope. I don't know. That's a hard one for real. Cause, and I'm gonna say this: I've been to Cali, and I smoked out there, but not on 420. No, this is to celebrate 420. Ooh, shoot. How would I celebrate 420 in Cali or? Nah, you're right. Cali, because that's where all the stoners are. That's where like the.
If there was any smoker event, that's where you see Wiz, Snoop,
Cali.
Yeah.
Or would they be in Vegas doing the parties?
Nah, they'd be in Cali because that's where they live.
That's what I'm saying.
They be in Cali because that's where they live. Oh shit! But they want to get that money though, because they big DJs and stuff, you know. We just had to take a quick little break because it was getting a little too wild. You know what I'm saying? So. I just had to let you guys know that this video was sponsored by, well, the Piff Company, of course, by us, you know? So, thepiffcompany.com, definitely go there for all your merch, definitely support the team. We definitely love all your support, guys. So just go there, thepiffcompany.com, get you some nice merch. You can't go wrong. Come be fly with your guys, you know what I'm saying? Be icy like us. piffcompany.com. All right, and now let's finish up with these high questions. Let's finish up with the high questions, and then we can kind of wrap it up from there. Maybe see what's going on with some other updates. But so the first one, I think you got.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the first one. So I'm gonna say it to both you guys, and you just tell me what you think.
All right.
What does water taste like?
Depends on what are we talking about. Water bottles, street water, lake water, salt water.
What does water taste like out the bottle?
Yeah, minerals.
No.
I'm going with what he's saying.
Minerals.
I'm thinking. What is it? Okay, let me see. What does water taste like?
Can't describe it.
Okay. It has like a tongue flavor. It tastes like mussels. Like it tastes like the mussels. I don't like. It tastes like.
That's why that
it tastes like
crazy. Like Josh about to say minerals, but what do minerals taste like?
But
I don't really know.
But that's what the taste is. You got your iron. You got your.
But those don't have a taste. You can't describe this taste to me.
Yeah, it tastes like water.
Stupid.
Tell me something else.
So what does water taste like?
I'm asking
y'all. Alright.
It's like asking what hot sauce tastes like. Spicy.
Exactly.
That's different.
I was thinking the same thing.
Specific taste.
Water is
you
a
can't say
specific
water
taste.
sweet.
Water is smooth. I can say it's smooth.
Smooth.
I can say it's smooth,
crisp.
Yo, this cold water was crisp. I liked it.
I can't lemon. But nah.
It tastes like lemon.
No.
Put some lemon in it.
No.
That's different.
No.
Crazy. So we know about that one. What's that second one?
Alright.
Where does a thought go when you forget it?
Where does a thought go when you forget it? The depths of your brain, somewhere your subconscious. Yeah, it has to store it away somewhere in the back there in your subconscious, and it's just like we have two type of memories. We have short-term memory and long-term memory, so it gets stored into one of those.
But don't you memorize?
Because you forget it.
Oh, but you forgot it. No, that's what I'm saying. You probably forgot that in the short term, but it's stored away somewhere in your subconscious in your long-term memory.
But isn't long-term memory? Isn't that still memory?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but if you forgot it, if you forgot it, is it a memory?
No, because memories are things you remember.
Oh my God!
See, so where to go?
So where to go?
Your brain just deletes the information. It's useless information. Our brains are wired to survive. Our brains are wired to survive.
Subconscious.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly. But either that or like you think like your brain is wired to survive, and if that information is not needed for survival, it's going to be like, whoop.
It's about to get real sciencey out here, but there's a theory out there that says like there's memories of your ancestors within your DNA, because like DNA is billions and billions of strands, and we only know like small pieces of it. So some scientists think that you could have memories of your past ancestors type shit in the blood. I don't know.
I think so. That's probably what your dreams are. Probably what your dreams are. With different dimensions, you go into your dreams.
Dreams are also your subconscious talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of science on dreams and stuff.
Yeah, I ain't never heard those ones ever. That's wild.
You gotta think outside the box.
That's what I'm saying. Look where it led to. Those questions crazy.
Yeah, so all right, let's see. Okay, ready? So how about this one then? Can you stand backwards on a staircase?
Of course.
No.
Just depends on which direction you're going.
No, because once you turn around, you go in the other direction.
No, because you're still climbing up the stairs. So you're going.
If you're walking up the stairs backwards,
you're going up the stairs, but you're backwards.
But are you standing? I'm not asking about walking. You're in the middle of the stairs, and you're standing.
Let me ask you this:
which way is backwards?
How can you walk backwards if you're not standing backwards?
Okay.
No, you stay in the same way.
So if you're walking up the stairs backwards, you have to be facing backwards to the stairs, and you're going up.
No.
Alright, Professor Tig.
I mean, yes. I think yes, but no. Because yes, you're walking up back, but there's still a way to go forward. So like you're not standing.
But that's not the direction you're going.
You got a point. I don't know. But I'm not asking about walking. I'm asking about standing. Now, what about this? What if you stood like perpendicular to the stairs, like instead of like as like forward or this way, like your back is actually like on the wall part. Would that be backwards?
No.
Or is that sideways?
That's sideways at that point.
I feel like
I don't know, man.
Right, one more high question.
No, that was it.
Here's the last high question.
Okay.
You're at a restaurant.
Okay.
You order some food, but you call the guy the waiter, right? Who's really waiting? You're waiting for your food, but he's waiting on you.
Yeah.
So who's really waiting? Who's the waiter?
Who's really the waiter, huh?
Okay.
Crazy. Am I think on that
the waiter?
Am I not?
Yeah, I'm the waiter.
I don't know.
So we're both the waiters.
We're both waiting.
Equal opportunity out here.
He's waiting for his wages, and I'm waiting for my meal.
All right.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. So, those are the high questions. Those are the high questions for today. Oh my God. What were we talking about? Dreams going into different dimensions? Oh my god.
It sounds like another Marvel movie.
Yo, for real though. For real. So yeah, man. I mean, just to kind of wrap up this episode, we kind of talked a little bit about what was going on around the world, different celebrations around the world, all people, all different races, all different creeds, everyone just coming around just to celebrate this magical herb, man. It's just something that brings everyone together. And 420 is, imagine again, look, it brought together a group of 5 guys, like, just to, hey, let's go roll up and smoke, and let's call ourselves this thing because now we're this thing, you know, and we're like, you know, we do things, and now let's be, you know, this group, and it brought them together because of just this simple herb. Like, it just does so many things, and now the whole world knows what 420 is. So
exactly. So now we want to thank you guys though for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Episode 3. Happy 420. And you know, come check us out. You know, thepiffcompany.com.
And we'll keep you guys updated on future events such as Hempfest and stuff like that.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a Hempfest this year.
Yeah. Keep in tune at thepiffcompany.com if you want to learn more.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, guys.
Yee!